You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this? I forgot my day. Why Weirdos winning Wednesday, man? You say why Weirdos winning Wednesday? What you talking about, bro? We gonna get into it, man. But before we do that, what's good with the people, man? What's good? People like hee ha ha, Ken in the pen. All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't everybody on bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep their head up, keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. Swing that finger, young man. Worldwide INC, Worldwide Incorporated, Worldwide. Man, they gonna say what that mean, bro. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Bringing on in everybody included, man. You know what I'm talking about? And Dougal, Mike Cutthroat, Lil Rue, not Lil Rue, Lil Rue, you know what I'm talking about? Tata the player, that's who comes next. Same thing, bro. Everybody on bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep the head up, you know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. Let's get through these disclaimers. Good brother like myself, man. I don't promote no drug users, drug sellers, alcohol consumption. Don't you take a sip of the sippage. Don't do it. Good brother like myself, man. I don't promote no crime. I don't promote no violence. I don't promote no domestic violence. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your hands off the people. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no negativity. No, man. Me, man, I don't promote shh. I say, what, bro? I don't promote shh. You know what I'm talking about? Shh. You know what I'm talking about? All I promote is y'all hurry up and do what you're going to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing, do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. We don't know how much of it we got, man. A good brother like myself, man. I ain't prejudiced, no, man. You know what I'm talking about? A good brother like myself, man. I ain't got nothing against Cecily different, man. No, man. Brother like myself, man. I ain't got nothing against the little people. No, man. Me, man, I ain't got nothing against nobody. You know what I'm talking about? They was talking to me, man. I just love me some everybody. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest. You know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace, you know what I'm talking about, that love, you know what I'm talking about, that joy, that love, you know what I'm talking about, that love. Back to YouTube community, man. You with me? All right, check it out. Psst. Come fuck with a nigga one time, man. Man, what's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this Why Weirdos winning Wednesday? You say why Weirdos winning Wednesday? What you talking about, bro? We gonna get into it. Shout out to everybody who in the game, but they still ain't playing him. 15-yard penalty for unnecessary roughness. God damn, they called the stretcher, bro. Yo, talk about that car nigga off, man. Yo, talk about what's good with the people, man. He say why Weirdos winning, bro, Wednesday. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, you should know yourself, bro. You know what I'm talking about? We living in a world where the weirdos have flourished. You get what I'm saying? Where the weirdos is calling everybody else weird now. You know what I'm talking about? Where you get the square ass niggas who was nerds and shit. They start going to the gyms because I'm telling you, bro. See, y'all ain't been around here for a while. I'm telling y'all, the first thing the nerds do before they start fucking with the bitch, bro, the nerds start going to the gym and working out and shit, trying to get one of them jail bodies because the bitch was, this is back when the days when the bitches was just choosing up on the niggas who was fresh home. So all the nerds start going to the gym and shit, trying to get one of them penitentiary bodies. You get what I'm saying? That was the first move they tried to do. You know what I'm talking about, to impress the bitch. You feel what I'm saying? So you got a bunch of them niggas out here now in front of the camera with their shirt off and shit, talking to street nigga now. Or will we appear to perceive the street nigga to be, you know what I'm talking about? Trying to tell you how you dumb and all that shit, you know what I'm talking about? You niggas is goofy. You know what I'm talking about? Why Weirdos winning Wednesday? But that's why they winning, bruh. Because they appeal to each other. Y'all done gave these niggas the keys. You know what I'm talking about? They winning because you could just talk now. No action is required. You could just sit up here and say something that sounds smart. You could just sit up here and tell people what they want to hear. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why Weirdos is winning, because there's no action required anymore. You know what I'm talking about? You could just talk a good one. That's why Weirdos is winning. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I ain't bullshitting with you. Why you think all these niggas sit up here and talk the street nigga down? But if you watch the nigga who talk the street nigga down, just look at him. All he does is try to appear to look like the street nigga. He want to talk the street nigga down while trying to look like the street nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Why you think as soon as these niggas get some money, you start seeing these niggas wearing chains and them designer clothes and shit, trying to look like the niggas that they talk about? Because deep down inside, they have a desire to be them niggas because they never got their chance to go hang with them niggas when they was coming up. I'm telling you, bro. If you only knew how many motherfuckers was really in the house, bro, had to look out the window. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't talking about you because you had to look out the window. You know what I'm talking about? Your parents probably had some good sense. That ain't the problem. It's the problem you looking out the window, but you act like you was outside. That's where the problem come in at. You know what I'm talking about? Because we just sit up here as people while weirdos winning. And we just talk down a bunch of shit that we ain't never had to go through. You know what I'm talking about? We'll talk about you having to, you know what I'm talking about? You might have came up on the short end of fighting the big nigga. You get what I'm saying? But we were scared to fight the little one. But we gonna criticize your fight about you fighting the big nigga. You know what I'm talking about? We just weird. That's why weirdos is winning. You know what I'm talking about? Because we living in the day we could just say anything and become popular. We living in the day where all we got to do is go against the black person. We can talk about the black people. We can start talking points like black fatigue and shit, and we can get all the race traffic on our side and shit. Because that's all we be living for. And these days, that's why weirdos is winning, because they live for that comment section. You know what I'm talking about? They live to appease the other weirdos. That's why you steadily hear niggas running around here asking yourself, what do the people want to hear? That's why right now you in your real life trying to appeal to a fucking mark. Trying to think in your head, what the fuck can you do to appeal to a mark? You know what I'm talking about? And fuck you niggas. I wish I would try to appeal to you. I got some game for you, dog. You'll listen to what the fuck I tell you. You know what I'm talking about? I don't give a fuck what you want to hear. You know what I'm talking about? That's why weirdos is winning. Because you could just run around here now and get popular from a debate. That's why weirdos is winning Wednesday. Because you can sit around here and debate niggas all day, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Read a whole bunch of information and come up with a good points. You don't have to be living by none of that shit. You ain't have to do none of that shit you was talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Why weirdos is winning. Because I could come up here and give relationship advice even though I don't got a bitch. That's why weirdos is winning. Because you could just create yourself. You could just come up here with some Kevin Samuels. They say, bro, don't you get to talking about Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm talking about? R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, man. But he's the blueprint for this shit. He the one that got y'all fucked up, running around using these imaginary words like high value man and all this old dumbass shit. The point system, she's a 10 and all this shit. She's a single mama and all that shit. And I told y'all so goofy. You got niggas that came around this motherfucker that don't even know they daddy talking about a single mama. You know what I'm talking about? This is just how goofy we is, bro. Y'all hear a whole bunch of shit just like the narcissist, toxicist, narrative, all these words that's been around here, but you just didn't got to hold them. So everybody running around here using that shit, you know what I'm talking about? Because them the popular words. Niggas so straight out of comic book. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. You know, that's why weirdos is winning Wednesday. Because you don't have to be about that shit. You can just talk about that shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's what you could do. That's why weirdos is winning, because you could come up here and player hate now. All this shit that used to be talked down upon and used to be embarrassment to do. That's why weirdos is winning, because you could bring that shit to the forefront now. You can sit around here and player hate on that nigga all day. You can sit around here and player hate on the bitch all day. You know what I'm talking about? You can be 50 years old running around this motherfucker right now telling your thoughts on why Cardi B shouldn't be pregnant and all this shit. You know what I'm talking about? We got niggas and bitches around here like, nigga, that's married, nigga, fucking on niggas and bitch alike. Nigga, y'all fucking on 9, 10 other motherfuckers. And then you gonna holler out the Bible. You know what I'm talking about? I told y'all just use that Bible for worldly rationalization. You know what I'm talking about? You just use that Bible when you want to get up out of some of that fuckery fluff you done did. Because that's when can't nobody judge you but God after you did that fuckery shit. That you did the shit that say don't do in the Bible. But then after you did that shit and people on your ass, in real life, I ain't talking about no computer. You know what I'm talking about? You got to be accountable for that shit in real life. That's when you're going to go to the Bible verse where it say only God could judge you. Even though you done did a whole bunch of shit that God say don't do in that Bible. You know what I'm talking about? But we going to skip all over. We going to skip over that shit and we going to get to where only God could judge me. You know what I'm talking about? So as long as I could keep getting to only God could judge me, man can't tell me nothing. So basically, a lot of y'all use that Bible as a license to do what you want to do, because in the end, only God could judge you. So you could just keep on doing fuck shit and say, God, forgive me. You know what I'm talking about? That's why y'all like that Bible. That's why more of y'all flock to that Bible than Islam, because Islam a little bit more stricter. You know what I'm talking about? Just a little bit more stricter. You can't run around and just do all that shit you do with that Christianity shit. You know what I'm talking about? Got a little bit more guidelines and regulations and shit to that shit right there. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't ready to have that type of faith. You know what I'm talking about? You need that faith where you can do whatever you want to do and no God gonna forgive you. You know what I'm talking about? So you don't never have to be accountable for what you did. You know what I'm talking about? Why Weirdos is winning. Because we could just talk. Now you could talk somebody into anything you saying. You can come up here and say anything. You can come up here and talk about people, dead family members, then somehow apologize for that. Then keep doing it. You know what I'm talking about? Why Weirdos is winning. Because it ain't no more code. And y'all doing y'all best to change the code. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all just letting this shit go by. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all the ones making this shit popular. Why Weirdos is winning. Because gang members can get up here now and you can have niggas from the 60s report on the 60 RICO and shit. Why Weirdos is winning now. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all got niggas running around here using decoy questions and shit. Y'all got niggas coming up in this motherfucker. They don't, hey man, what's going on? Nothing. They don't introduce themselves or nothing. They just come straight up in here. Are you a Crip or a Blood? You know what I'm talking about? How many guns do you have? You know what I'm talking about? Where you get your weed from? They just come up here asking all these old homicide questions and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Them questions they be asking your ass when you get down to that room. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if you ever been to that room. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people ain't came up out that room with theyself. You know what I'm talking about? Because y'all always be up here talking about rights and the RICO. Y'all be talking about all this paperwork. You know, but I ain't never heard you niggas say, I ain't never heard you niggas out here talking about the people, why y'all don't exercise y'all right to remain silent. Because them your rights too. I don't never hear y'all touch on that. That's the first thing the police tell you. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may and will be used against you in the court of law. I don't never hear niggas say, bro, why don't you just exercise your right to remain silent? That's the first thing the police tell you. You know what I'm talking about? While we be up here talking about rights, civil rights, we be talking about all that shit. We don't never touch on that you have the right to remain silent, but we don't never exercise that right. Why Weirdos is winning. Because they sitting here trying to talk y'all into all that shit that your mama, God, and everybody else while you was coming up told you don't do. They done talked you into it's cool now. That's why Weirdos is winning. Because you going against that shit not only God said, your mama, daddy, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? God told you don't talk about people. But Kevin Samuels told you to tease a bitch about being old with cats. The Bible says you should treat people like you treat yourself. Like you should treat your brother like you want to be treated, bro. You know what I'm talking about? You should treat your brother as you would treat yourself or something to the likes of that. You know what I'm talking about? But you want to sit up here and tease your brother all day about getting divorced, about having some kind of STD, or you just want to tease your brother all day. You know what I'm talking about? Even though this is what God say don't do. And you want me to believe that y'all be reading that Bible. Y'all be reading them analytics is what you be reading. That's why you're going to see everybody in the world with the 42 fake. You know what I'm talking about? You're going to see everybody come up here, nigga, and they going to screenshot their analytics for where it's good from. Let me tell you something, man. I've been telling y'all this. You ain't going to never see nobody up here with $10,000. You get what I'm saying? When we be showing all them analytics and shit, you ain't going to never see nobody come up here and show the money that they has supposed to get for all these incredible numbers. Because them incredible numbers don't amount to money like that. You know what I'm talking about? But we going to keep on trying to fool you with these incredible numbers our China was doing. We so straight out of comic book, bro. We always just trying to be bigger than what we really is. The day you see somebody come up to this motherfucker and showing $10,000 talking about nigga, y'all ain't getting no money off YouTube, that's when you gonna know somebody done struck oil, because they gonna put it in your face. Once again, use your common sense. Do you think if somebody could show you $10,000, they'll be showing you how much, how good they channel doing? No, bro, they'll be showing you the money that they made for how good they channel doing, bro. We just play too much. We just always want you to think that we doing this good. Man, I tell you, man, just use your common sense. If a motherfucker could tease you, motherfuckers tease you with what they can. You know what I'm talking about? Do you think if somebody could tease you with money that they would be teasing you about subscriptions and views? No, that's just the only thing they got to be proud of right now. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshitting with you. Just use your own common sense. Every time a motherfucker gets something, they ready to show you. So that just lets you know a motherfucker ain't got no money yet. Because when they get it, best believe they going to be up in front of their camera. They going to tell you how they got it, what you ain't doing, you know what I'm talking about? Just imagine if somebody got paid $10,000, $15,000 from what they was doing, bro. Do you think they'll be showing you the motherfucking how much my channel did this motherfucking week? Hell no, bro. They'll be showing you them YouTube payoffs. They'll be counting 10,000 in your face, telling you how your channel ain't like theirs, how you niggas ain't making no real money and all that shit, bro. Please, man. We all in the same boat. Yeah, we all in the same boat. Why Weirdos winning Wednesday? That's why. Because y'all let bitch shit take the place of real shit. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all let sucker shit take the place of solid shit. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all made it cool to run around here and discuss other people's business. That's why Weirdos is winning. You know what I'm talking about? Now we teach the people how to antagonize somebody, jump up in people's face and shit, stay playing with nigga like a kid all day. Then when somebody backhand us, we gonna try to put the label on them that they don't know how to control their emotions. Even though we in people's face playing all fucking day like a kid, but they don't know how to control their emotions. They're the immature ones. This is the shit we try to put on society now. You know what I'm talking about? They done taught you how to talk about anything trending. It don't even matter if it's some homosexual shit. You gotta have that shit in your title because that's what's gonna get you attention. They done told you talking about other people is what's gonna get you attention. You know what I'm talking about? I think that's yeah, they done told you talking about other people is what's gonna get you attention. You feel me? They told you ain't even that important. Do you get what I'm saying? They done told you how to not be proud of yourself, just keep running around this motherfucker whole nuts, big up other people. You know what I'm talking about? Don't big up yourself. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I bother you when other people could come around this motherfucker. As soon as somebody start talking about themselves, you gonna start acting like a bitch talking about a nigga think he all that. All you think he tough, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's what you gonna tell him. You know what I'm talking about? Only in your head, only Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, NBA Youngboy, Jay-Z and them the only people that got the motherfucking right to be big. You know what I'm talking about? Who is your low budget self? Y'all niggas something straight out of the comic book, bro. Don't never let these people talk you out of being yourself, folks. You know what I'm talking about? The extent y'all trying to fit in. You know what I'm talking about? You trying to fit in with some niggas that act like homosexuals, bro. And this is what y'all trying to fit in. And y'all throwing y'all common sense away. Y'all got niggas out here painting their fingernails, wearing dresses and shit, and y'all trying to pass that shit off as fashion and expressions of oneself. You know what I'm talking about? That's why Weirdos is winning. You know what I'm talking about? Because they could talk you about your manhood. They could talk you into a hoes activity. They could talk you into sitting around this motherfucker all day wondering why somebody else doing something while they living their life. They done gave you the power of God. So at any motherfucking time, any time that you feel, nigga, you can just come, get on your phone, jump on somebody else's page. You could just, at any time that you feel like it, you could just come invade somebody else's life and start a conversation about what they doing. Because that's how much power they done gave you with your nobody ass, you know what I'm talking about? So you could just sit on earth and play God all day while Weirdos is winning. You know what I'm talking about? Because I could just sit around and talk about you all day. I could just come out of left field, nigga, and start a conversation about what you got going on in your life. You know what I'm talking about? Even though I don't have nothing better to do than talk about what you got going on. But what do I know? Only you can prevent forest fires, man. With that one right there, if you don't remember nothing else, always remember, it don't cost them nothing. Just to show a little bit of that love.